Today is Wednesday, February 1st, 2023, and that is very important because just yesterday we saw something that hadn't happened since 2019. The Dow closed more than 350 points higher. The S&P 500 caps beat out January highs that weren't seen in 4 years. And if you haven't saw the last wordy of the first month of 2023, well, here's a hint. The hint, angry, hot buns, crucifix. Oh, and here's a clue. The clue is there's a double letter in this word. And for all my late January to mid-February babies out there, Vice Horoscope says the moon in Gemini connects with the sun in your zodiac sign, Aquarius, inspiring a fun, playful atmosphere. A creative breakthrough can take place. A romantic connection could heat up. Ooh, sounds spicy. But seriously, there appears to be a lot happening all at once, and I honestly can't really believe that the first roughly 8% of this new year is already over with and behind us. So a look on the bright side is that we are 1 month closer to this recession being over. So that's a thing. And if you live in the state of Georgia or Alabama, the IRS is giving you a huge tax break. Take a look at the screen, folks. IRS News posted this on Twitter, and it says that victims of severe storms, straight-line winds, and tornadoes in Georgia and Alabama now have until May 15th, 2023 to file various IRS individual and business tax returns and make tax payments. While Social Security recipients who have been asking, when will I receive my SSA, SSI, SSDI, beneficiary, survivor, and other payments, I have answers to those questions and some good news for those recipients who are going to see a boost in their checks coming in February. So stay tuned for all these important updates. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel where you can come for all the latest and important updates, breaking information, and most importantly, the truth. So let's get right into it, and thank you all so much for always giving these videos of mine a like and for subscribing to the channel. I can see you all have even turned on alerts and notifications too, and that not only helps me and my channel gain better reach and traction with the YouTube algorithm, helping to get my videos suggested and recommended on the homepage, but it also helps to make sure that you get this important money-making, money-saving, personal finance, business, and investing information as soon as it is released. So thank you all for that, and kudos for taking control of your futures. So for Social Security 2023, here's when you can expect your February check to arrive. The first round of February's Social Security checks will arrive Friday. So if this was a question that you've been asking and were searching for answers, look no further. And the first round of Social Security checks for the month that is scheduled to arrive on Friday will also include the 2023 Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. This year's increase boosts your benefits amounts by 8.7%, and the Social Security Administration will be dispersing its checks in rounds throughout the month of February. I'm going to share those dates with you, and wanted to also let everyone know who has been asking that if you just started receiving Social Security, or if you want to learn the best time to start collecting your benefits and how to pause them for a bigger payout later, please just drop a comment down below so I can gauge and see how much interest there is on that topic. If there is enough, I will be sure to make that video next. Oh, and also how to earn increased income on top of the benefits already being collected, producing side hustle income, and ultimately moving towards building multiple passive income streams. Even if you don't have a computer or a laptop and want to learn about ways that this can be accomplished with only using a smartphone for just a few minutes a day. So the answer to the questions being asked right now: when will I get my February Social Security check? February checks will include the first COLA increase for 2023. And so here's the February schedule for when you should get your Social Security check and or SSI money. Here, look at the screen. I will post it up so you can all see it. February 1, February SSI payments. February 3rd, Social Security payments for those who receive both SSI and Social Security or have received Social Security since before May 1997. February 8th, Social Security payments for those with birthdays falling between the 1st and 10th of any given month. February 15th, Social Security payments for those with birthdays falling between the 11th and 20th of any given month. February 22nd, Social Security payments for those with birthdays falling between the 21st and 31st of any given month. I hope this information helps clarify any of the questions you had regarding when you will receive your Social Security benefits and survivor payments for the month of February. And if you have any further questions, just leave them in the comments and I will get you some answers. All right, folks, we need to have a serious discussion here about what has been happening on Wall Street. And so what can we honestly make of this recent run-up on the stock market? Well, astute traders assessed how some of the largest firms are faring amid high inflation and fears of slowing consumer spending. While General Motors shares jumped almost 8.5% after the auto manufacturer posted strong earnings, Pulte Group shares surged 9.4% after the home builder reported better than expected earnings, and shares of ExxonMobil also rose nearly 2.2% following earnings and reported $56 billion in annual profit last year, one of the biggest of all time. And investors got bullish news yesterday on the inflation front before the Federal Reserve's latest decision on interest rates. Kicking off a stellar start to stocks in 2023, the S&P 500 and Dow are up about 6.2% and 2.8% in January in their third positive month in 4. And the NASDAQ composite has risen nearly 10.7% this month for its best monthly performance since July. So what does this all potentially mean for what matters to us all the most? Yes, that's right, folks, our money. Well, it means that if you aren't invested in the stock market yet and you have not begun taking the steps to build your wealth, then you probably won't see much difference in your overall net worth, nor in your savings and investment portfolio, outside of some potentially minor gains to the 401k retirement balances. Link below in the description if you want to get started now and open up your Moomoo brokerage account using the Moomoo app and get started investing for beginners. Plus, you can get free stocks. And for everyone else included, a positive uptick in the stock market could spell positive change for our overall economy and employment, our wages, our income, and potential growth in GDP, which would be a very good thing right about now. So, the Federal Reserve's two-day policy meeting started yesterday, and today we wait to see the Fed's next rate announcement. Will the Fed pivot? Will Jay Powell remain focused on driving inflation down to the lowest possible rate with another 50 basis point hike, 75 basis point hike, or will he shock us all with something totally different? Now, I will wait and see and be sure to report back with the latest information. And while we are on the topic of the Fed, the economy, and all of our money, now would be a great time to share that the early warning signs confirmed to CNBC that it plans to launch a digital wallet product this year, and that the move could be seen as an effort to slow rivals' push into consumer banking, as the tech giant Apple already offers a branded credit card and is exploring other products for their famously loyal customer base. A recent news publication released by CNBC reveals how there are several banks currently working on a digital wallet that links with debit and credit cards, and their focus includes taking away market share from the current Silicon Valley leaders Apple Pay and PayPal. And according to the Wall Street Journal, the digital wallet could be operated by Early Warning Services, a joint venture from several banks that also runs Zelle. Yes, you heard that right. And wait for it. Here comes the cherry on top. And so according to the report, the major banks involved include Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, and Bank of America. Be excited. And it would seem as though this is yet another push to eliminate the use of the dollar as we are pushed towards an all-digital currency system that can be controlled, tracked, granted access to, or even locked down at any given time. Now, despite the anticipated consequences of having these banks behind the scenes of this new digital wallet craze, is this whole operation a little too late? I mean, lots of people are already telling me in the comments that they don't have any money to spend, but perhaps this is why this is all geared at credit, so that people can further dig themselves deeper into the hole and get buried alive as they struggle to make minimum payments for the rest of their lives. Yet in conversation with friends within my circle and other colleagues in my space, they tell me everything is fine and the economy is just going through a little bit of a slow, rough patch, but overall it is good, and odds are we see a mild recession. But they are still building businesses and increasing revenues, earning profits, and ultimately net income. It's clearly obvious that they have wealth. So now I'm not really sure what to believe. However, I do know that this does make total sense when you think about how a lot of big name retailers are pushing for a more online focused e-commerce shopping experience, ultimately pushing to close down stores completely for good and shift their business models online after eliminating employees in the workforce at these stores like Walmart, Target, and others, and incorporating more robots, droids, and AI with the recent release and huge investments for development by companies like Microsoft to roll out all of these previous human employee replacements using OpenAI and ChatGPT technology, making the thought of minimum wage a distant memory because they won't have to pay these machines anything to do their jobs. The same jobs that I'm willing to bet a lot of folks watching this video do now. And the evidence seems very clear and simple. How do you get customers out of your stores and more on your websites? Easy. Make the in-person shopping experience unenjoyable and blame it on the nearly $100 billion theft problem to justify your cause. Here, take a look at this. A Walmart customer shows barricaded cosmetics section in this post where you can read the text written over the image says, when so much makeup gets stolen from your local Walmart, they have to barricade off the cosmetics section and have a staff member watch it at all times. Hilariously adding, they'll do anything but hire cashiers. So this Daily Dot article speculates that these items are often stolen, given their relatively small size, their comparably high cost, and the potential fact that buying certain items such as weight loss drugs and pregnancy tests could be seen as embarrassing. And stores have attempted numerous ways to combat this kind of theft for decades, specifically the African American products in beauty care that was previously locked up behind glass cases. This blatant discrimination led to lawsuits which forced the Walton family-owned company to end the practice, but it didn't solve the problems and the theft still continues. And since then, stores like Walmart have implemented other anti-theft mechanisms, such as locking up more items behind glass, adding alarms to certain items, and increasing the presence of cameras in the store. And now it appears as though Walmart has taken things a step further. As you can see here by the video I'm going to share on the screen, that TikToker by the name of Travel Life Mama shows how their local Walmart location has entirely barricaded off the cosmetics section. Well, that is certainly one way to make it so that no one can leave the cosmetics area without paying for the item. And one of the comments left on the viral TikTok Shorts reel said, seeing this sort of setup in store would push them away from shopping there entirely. What about you all? How would seeing this in your local Walmart make you feel? Leave a comment and let's compare each other's opinions and feelings on this theft reducing and loss prevention measure. And man, I can't wait to read your responses. I think it's pretty cool that apps like TikTok allow users to become creators and not only share information like this, but also earn passive income from posting a short video just one time and continuing to see deposits in their bank accounts from then on. Too bad this may come to an end and very soon, as there's a push from Congress to ban TikTok altogether here in the United States, making it inaccessible in app stores or on Apple iPhones and Android devices like Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. New legislation has been filed by Missouri Senator Josh Hawley proposing a nationwide ban on the widely popular Chinese-owned app. And the White House is facing mounting pressure from Congress to ban the widely popular TikTok app nationwide after Senator Josh Hawley and Congressman Ken Buck recently introduced a piece of legislation to curb its use. This comes after a similar bill to ban TikTok in the U.S. was filed during the last congressional session as well. TikTok was launched in 2016 by the Chinese company ByteDance, which has faced criticism from government officials who say that the app gives China access to American data, making it a security risk. The app has already been banned on state-issued devices in 28 states and is facing a blanket ban across all federal employees that would prohibit them from using or downloading TikTok on government-owned devices. And the No TikTok on the United States Devices Act would ban access to the app on all devices, and while making sure to provide additional spending provisions to aid and support other countries at war, like the Ukraine, President Joe Biden signed a $1.7 trillion omnibus spending bill last month, which included a measure to ban the app on all executive branch devices. But there was some very fine print included in this bill, which allowed the widely popular and extremely profitable Chinese-made app to remain in use by some, but not all, as it did not apply to Congress and its staffers, which I'm sure they would only be using the app for matters of national security and not toilet bowl time wasters of watching kittens falling off of furniture or funny husband and wife dance duos and moms twerking on their amazingly white, newly remodeled quartz kitchen countertops. Hashtag mom of three. She still got it. Yeah, no way that these political leaders and our politicians would be wasting our hard-earned tax dollars that go towards supporting and paying their insane six-figure government salaries by watching replays of the same 15-second reel over and over and over again of the most popular for-your-page repost of the day. Nah, that wouldn't happen. So FBI Director Christopher Wray warned the U.S. federal government that China could be using TikTok to control or influence users' devices. And he spoke on the subject at the Josh Rosenthal Education Fund lecture last month, telling students that the FBI has national security concerns about TikTok, saying it gives the Chinese government the potential to leverage the app in ways that I think should concern us all. And reportedly, China can control the recommendation algorithm on TikTok to manipulate or influence users, and they can collect user data for traditional espionage operations and can engage in malicious cyber activity through the app. Now, he said, and so all of these things are in the hands of a government that doesn't share our values and that has a mission that's very much at odds with what is in the best interest of the United States. That should really concern us. So at least 20 public universities have also taken steps to ban TikTok in recent months, restricting access on school computers, mobile phones, and when connected to school Wi-Fi. And according to an email from a TikTok spokesperson, they said, Senator Hawley's call for a total ban of TikTok takes a piecemeal approach to a national security and a piecemeal approach to a broad industry issue like data security, privacy, and online harms. And the TikTok spokesperson said that Senator Hawley is not taking the correct approach in a proposed nationwide TikTok ban. And we hope that he will focus his energies on efforts to address those issues holistically, rather than pretending that banning a single service would solve any of the problems that he's concerned about or make Americans any safer. Meanwhile, in response, Senator Hawley argued that for the legislation in a Twitter post on Tuesday, writing, TikTok is China's backdoor into Americans' lives. And he added that it threatens our children's privacy as well as their mental health. While last month, Congress banned it on all government devices, now I will introduce legislation to ban it nationwide. So TikTok has been in talks with the U.S. Committee on Foreign Investment for 2 years to address national security concerns, including corporate governance, content recommendation and moderation, data security, and system access. And a TikTok spokesperson said that this is to ensure that there are no backdoors into TikTok that could be used to manipulate the platform. Well, a nationwide TikTok ban would potentially have a large impact on this country, and I bet people would go into a deep state of depression and have immediate withdrawal symptoms, while also wiping out those creators, their followings, and their income in paid sponsorship earnings and other forms of monetization. And this is yet another reason why I stress diversity, security, and cash flow so heavily. But the most devastating part of it all would potentially be the increased disconnect amongst people, as a huge portion of society lacks effective social skills and heavily rely on social media and apps like TikTok to communicate. Doing it through shares of viral TikTok shorts and attempting to recreate popular dance routines in the kitchens, living rooms, and bathrooms for their friends and other followers to see, like, comment, and share. But I have noticed that it seems increasingly more difficult for more and more people, and not just specific age groups either, to communicate and communicate effectively. But perhaps this is a product of the current economic climate. High inflation and a looming recession and possible economic collapse within many households, where people would rather just not talk about the problems that we could potentially face as we work on solutions to fix them, or even better yet, prevent them before they ever even happen, but rather instead just surround themselves with the matters that don't concern them as they relate to other people's lives and their misfortune, or at least the perception of misfortune. I mean, come on, guys. We all know that these reality TV shows and TikTok pranking videos aren't really real, right? They're cleverly written and entertainingly scripted, all being played out by actors for maximum engagement and reach through the algorithms to gain attention and eyes for one specific purpose. I mean, I must admit that I am guilty of it too, but at least with the content that I create and the revenues and passive income that I earn from it through YouTube's ad placement, paid promotions, and brand deals and sponsorships, I feel as though I've actually helped people. I've provided some value and hopefully informed, educated, and most importantly, motivated others through my video shares and storytelling. And if you would like the opportunity to do the same, then by all means, do it. Get started now. And if you have already begun and need help getting more subscribers, more views, and how to begin pulling in revenue and generating passive income streams, then just reach out and contact me. All my info is linked in the description down below. Until next time, folks, you all take care and be safe, and I'll see you real soon.